We begin tonight with the statewide problem that could be in your own home. Cronkite News reporter Megan Thompson is here to discuss how the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration is focusing their attention right here in the Valley.
Well, it's in our cabinets, it's on our kitchen counters. Prescription drugs are getting used for all the wrong reasons and at startling rates. But it seems that the pill popping problem has pushed the DEA to start a brand new initiative in Arizona.
Special Agent Doug Coleman says it's far too easy to get, easy to sell, and that means there's a sharp increase in prescription drug use.
And now what's happened is we've seen a lot of the drug trafficking organizations are trying to flood the market with heroin to try to undercut the price of the prescription drugs.
And those drugs, a gateway to heroin.
So what ends up happening is they get hooked to these prescription drugs, and then when that supply runs out, they can get to heroin, which gives them the same high.
And that's why the DEA is starting up a new technology-driven initiative.
We have to keep up with today's technology. People are more apt to text than simply pick up the phone.
So the DEA hopes the public will get involved with their anonymous text tip line. Using your phone, you can now text TIP-RX and your info to 847-411 about any prescription fraud.
We want to get information on any suspicion, drug diversion outside of the legitimate market into the illicit drug market for prescription drugs.
And at the front lines, pharmacies.
We want to educate them, we want to continue to educate them, the pharmacies, the pharmacists, all of them, and they play a very important role because most of the time that's where you have to get these controlled substances.
Medical staff needs to be aware of warning signs for fraud. First, the DEA says pharmacies need to know the prescriber and their signature, along with their DEA registration number. Another big tip, know the patient and check the date on their prescription order and ask, is this a reasonable length of time?
But for you at home, even though it seems small, the DEA says texting a tip could be a strong start in stopping drug abuse.
Because they might even save a life of their own or save a life of another person.
And with this push, they hope the voice of the anonymous will make the greatest impact.
Now breaking it down for you right now, even though we saw a decline between 2010 and 2012, Arizona still remains sixth in the nation for prescription drug misuse in people 12 and up. More than 90% of youth say they got those drugs from people they know. And according to the CDC, more Americans died from overdoses on prescription meds than car accidents. For our full multimedia coverage on this new initiative, visit CronkiteNewsOnline.com. Megan Thompson, Cronkite News.
Students at the Cronkite School are looking into the heroin abuse issue. The project is called Hooked, Tracking Heroin's Hold on Arizona, and will air as a documentary on January 13th. The project seeks to investigate how gateway drugs like prescription pills could lead to usage, as well as provide information on addiction and recovery.